Do you believe one act of kindness can change someone's entire life? That's what I asked myself the day I met him, the man who had no idea he was talking to the CEO of the company he worked for. Before I tell you what happened, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because this one will stay with you for a long time. It all started when Richard Hale, the CEO of one of the biggest logistics companies in the country, decided he wanted to see how his employees were really being treated. He had everything: success, luxury cars, a mansion, and a name people respected, but deep down, Richard felt something was missing. "I built this company to give people jobs," he often said, "but I don't even know what they go through every day." So, one Monday morning, he put on a worn-out shirt, old jeans, and a fake name tag that read Rick. He joined one of his own warehouse teams as a new trainee. No one recognized him. The warehouse was massive, loud machines, tired faces, and a rush to meet impossible targets. Managers barked orders, workers barely got breaks. It was nothing like what the reports on his desk said. But what caught Richard's attention wasn't the noise or the pressure. It was a man named Tom, a middle-aged worker who never stopped smiling, even when his hands were blistered and his back was bent from lifting boxes all day. Tom had been there for 8 years. He trained new guys, fixed problems before they became disasters, and never complained. Every time someone dropped a box or made a mistake, he was the first to help. One day, during lunch, Richard sat next to him. Tom smiled and said, "You're new, huh? Don't worry, it gets easier after the first backache." They both laughed. Richard noticed Tom wasn't eating much, just a small sandwich. So he asked, "You didn't bring lunch?" Tom shrugged. "Nah, just saving a bit. My daughter's tuition is due next week. She got into nursing school. Can't let her down, you know." Richard froze for a moment. Here was a man who worked 10-hour shifts, earning barely enough to survive, and still thought more about his daughter's dreams than his own pain. The days went by, and Richard learned a lot: how the supervisors cut corners, how safety rules were ignored to save time, and how workers like Tom quietly fixed everything just to keep things running. One afternoon, the warehouse had a small accident. A shelf collapsed, scattering boxes everywhere. The supervisor panicked and yelled at everyone to clean up fast before higher management heard. But a young worker's leg was trapped under the mess. Nobody moved, afraid of losing their jobs if they called for help. Tom didn't think twice. He rushed in, pushed heavy boxes off the worker, and helped him out, even cutting his arm on the metal edge in the process. When the supervisor screamed, "You could have gotten us all fired," Tom just said, "Better fired than heartless."